Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing a whip and chat. I'm actually finishing the very last part here of Cozy Christmas by, let me see. Last name is Konya, but for some reason it's not on here, but that's the one I'm working on. I'm working on this little section right here. Last name is Konya. Something. I don't know. I don't have the box right next to me. Either way, when I do the full reveal, I'll definitely give you all the information. I have loved working on this piece. It has been wonderful to work on. The drills have been great. The gapping is like almost none or very, very minimal. It's perfect. This particular color is the only color that the drills almost feel a little bit bigger. Every other one has been perfectly fine, which is fine because they kind of like butt up against each other. Now, Howie is going to be making noise. My son-in-law just picked up my granddaughter because today is Monday. I watched her. And now Howie has to make noise. I just noticed this one missing here. Got to find that color. And this is what he does sometimes for hours. So if it bothers you, I'm sorry, but honestly, there's really not a lot I can do because he just will start. And once he starts, it's hard for him to stop. I don't know what the problem is. Sometimes he does, but most of the time he doesn't. Ooh, these are stuck together. Okay. When my husband's home, he really doesn't make hardly any noise. During the weekend, I barely hear a peep out of him. But if I'm alone, he literally will start when he leaves and will continue for hours on end. So, sorry about that. Anyway, what is everyone doing? You're all getting ready for Christmas or the holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate. I don't even know when Hanukkah is this year. I know a lot of times it's around Christmas, but I'm not sure. I should look that up, huh? I don't know if I have any Jewish viewers, but if I do, and you're celebrating Hanukkah or you're in the middle of it, happy Hanukkah. And I don't know what other holidays are celebrated around this time. Is Kwanzaa one? Of course, Christmas or anything else? Yule for some people. Yeah, everybody who's celebrating something. Happy whatever it is. And I hope you guys all have fun, enjoy with your families. I still have to finish with my shopping, my Christmas shopping. I'm going to go do some of that tomorrow. I have most of it, I'm going to say. Although my son hasn't told me what he wants. His girlfriend, I have no idea. They're probably just going to get cash. If you're not going to tell me what you want, I'll just give you cash and you can go buy something you like. I'm not going to make myself crazy. Every year I make myself crazy and it's kind of pointless. Plus, we're also preparing for our party this weekend. The one that we have, we've had it for a few years in a row. Last year we didn't because I was sick, but we've had it for a few years. To tell you the truth, it's a lot of work. And I don't know, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm not even sure I want to do it anymore. I'm doing it this year because my husband really enjoys it. Plus, we don't see his side of the family very often anymore. We used to go to his mom's house, if not weekly, like every other week on a Sunday, But of course, she's been gone for, it's going on 6 years, I think. 2018, 7 years, I think. January 7th, and we don't really see each other anymore. Even though we're all local, it's not something, we don't get together that often. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can calm him down, but I don't think I'm going to. Hang on. I'm going to pause this for a second. Pause it. All right. I just gave him a couple of treats. Let's see if that quiets him down. I don't think it will, but I mean, every once in a while, he really does surprise me, but sometimes when he gets going, it is how it is. Anyway, so just checking in on everybody, see what you guys are all doing. If you're all done with your shopping And wrapping, I haven't done any of that. That I do last minute. I don't really care. I don't have that much. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to Dollar Tree and getting stuff for the stockings for the kids. Like I get candy and like little doodads, you know, fun things for them, like silly string, you know, that kind of thing. Things they can just play with and not, you know, worry about. My grandson also hasn't told me what he wants. He's very hard to buy for. The kid's only 13 years old, but I'll tell you, that kid's got expensive taste and very particular taste. Last year was the funniest thing. He wanted me to buy him, and I nearly fell over. They're called big red boots or something. Look them up. Oh my God, they look like clown boots. I don't even know. Or something like Mario Brother boots or something. And these things were like, I don't know, a couple $100. And I'm like, there is no way in hell I'm buying you that, number one. Number two, you're going to fall all over yourself trying to walk in those things. And you're going to be made fun of. Like, and honestly, I wouldn't blame the kids because they are ridiculous. I even asked his dad, and his dad's like, absolutely not. It was just so goofy. I don't know what he was thinking with that. He just thought they were cool. Because the thing is, he watches a lot of YouTube. And he's highly influenced by these influencers. So I already told my son, you really got to keep an eye on him. He's going to buy some dumb stuff, you know. I mean, you should see him when we're looking for new phones. Oh, you need to get this one because this has this and this has that. I'm like, kid, all I need is a phone to actually work, make phone calls, for the battery to last, and unlike the one I'm dealing with right now that I'm having a major issue with, brand new phone, I'm having a major battery problem, and for the camera to work. Other than that, I really don't care. I don't play a lot of games. I don't play any games, really. I basically go on Facebook and YouTube and listen to the radio, you know, on it, or podcasts, and that's it. So he's just really funny. And of course, you know, being 13, I want to get him something he likes. You know, it's not like he's 6 anymore. I can't believe he's a teenager. I can't believe I have a teenage grandson. Anyway, so, yeah. I figure I'd get on for a little bit because I don't think I'm going to have time between now and Christmas. I'm trying to finish this so I can put it up before the party. And when I am done with this, I will, of course, show you guys, and I'll show it to you all hung up and stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this painting, and I'm trying to get this done because I'm going to wind up having a bunch of stuff to do. Now, luckily for this party, I'm not going to have a lot of cooking to do because it is potluck. People bring stuff, but of course I have to, you know, clean up the house, and I mean, it's pretty clean though, so it's not like I have to do a ton. And besides, my husband's going to help me on Saturday morning get it ready. So I'm not too stressed about that. It's just honestly having a lot of people in the house. It's going to be around 50 people, I want to say. Having a lot of people in the house at a certain time, because I'm the kind of person, I do go to bed like 9:30. We're only having the party till 10, but some people, of course, stay longer, which is okay. Because generally, I'm fine, but I do get tired, and I do get a little overwhelmed sometimes. Becomes a little bit too much. How's the weather been where you guys are at? It's raining right now. We got a little bit of snow. Was it yesterday morning or the morning before? No, I think it was the morning before. It was pretty to see. It was like half an inch or so. It wasn't anything major, which is good because we don't want a big snowstorm before the party because people need to be able to park. And we just have everybody park on the lawn. My husband sets it up with lights and stuff so they know where to park because we have a septic, so you have to be careful. There's certain spots you have to avoid, you know. And so yeah, other than that, I'm free, right? Sometimes I'm like, oh my God. Plus, I've been dealing with stuff for my mom in Portugal. She still has some stuff over there that I've been trying to deal with for her. So I have to translate it and try to deal with like banks and stuff. And everyone's been really nice, but it's a lot of red tape. When you're dealing with a foreign country, it's a lot of red tape. It's annoying and stressful. We do have a power of attorney over there, who is a family friend's son. His dad was my parents' original power of attorney, but his dad's really sick right now. He's older. He's my mom's age. And I think he's got dementia, and he's pretty much bedridden. But his son is the one that took over. And oh my God, he's such a sweetheart. Such a nice guy. I'm so grateful for his help, because some of the stuff I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what this means. They'll send me letters. I'm like, I have no idea what this means. I can read a little bit of Portuguese, but not anything technical. I can basically read like Christmas cards and, you know, friendly letters, nothing with technical words in it. I have no idea what they're saying. So he's been very helpful. So I've been dealing with that kind of thing, dealing with the phone thing. I lost all of Saturday dealing with phone issues. So I get a little overwhelmed. So I am right now, I'm just de-stressing a little bit. Not that my granddaughter was stressful, because she's not. She's a very easy baby and she's fun. But I get tired, you know. I'm not exactly no spring chicken, and, you know, she's active. I have to keep an eye on her, because she'll do something. Now, she's not the type of kid that's naughty, like she's trying to get into trouble. She's not. She's just very curious, you know. But like, she was touching my Christmas tree and my ornaments. Now, they're all plastic, so it's not like she can hurt anything. But she was just touching it. She was just like holding it, and she wasn't like yanking it or trying to pull it off or anything, which was sweet and cute. But I'm like, no, 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 don't touch. I do have these little nativities, because I have actually quite a big collection of nativities. But these are like little kids. One's a snow nativity, snowman nativity, which that one's already got one little thing broken, which is I'm sad about, because I don't even know if I could ever find that again. But, and then I have a Charlie Brown one, and I have another one that's just like, I think it's supposed to be like Precious Moments like, but it's not. It's something I got at Walmart years ago. It's very cute, and she'll go play with those, and I don't really care, you know, where I have them. They're fine. She just moves them from one spot to the next, and there's one particular one with a pink dress she carries around all the time. It's very cute. I think it's I don't know if it's a wise man. It could be Mary. I don't really even know. I don't even know. Actually, I think it's a wise man, because I think it has a crown. And it's kind of funny, you know. So, anyway, so have I ever told you guys a story? And I probably didn't, so I'm just going to tell you this story about the person that kind of stalked me online. Now, this is a weird story, okay? This went back at least 10 years. I used to be uber Catholic, okay? And at one point, when I first started getting into being online, I went into a chat room. There was a web page or a website called Buzzin', and people created all kinds of chat rooms for whatever reason. I mean, there was a myriad of chat for anything. But there was a couple of Catholic ones, but there was one particular one. I actually still know some people from that room. There's one particular woman that I talk to occasionally online. Very, very, very nice. Actually, I think she's the one that started it, now that I think about it. Anyway, so I would spend time on the chat room because I was home a lot, and my kids were like teenagers, but they were doing their own thing. They didn't want to be home bothering. Plus, they were at school, whatever. And I had other things going on in my life, so I was just like into this new thing. For me, it was new. I'm a little bit behind at times. And a lot of us, you know, kind of just got along. It was all just about being Catholic, and, you know, we talked about different things, our lives and stuff like that. Nothing bad, you know, it was nice. It was a nice group of people. Occasionally there'd be a troll that would come in and we would, you know, deal with it one way or another. Anyway, so I met this woman. She was younger than me by maybe 10 years or so. Yeah, she was young. I was in my 30s. She was in her 20s, and very, very nice, very pretty. And we were just chit-chatting back and forth. And then, you know, she was really nice. I was nice to her, whatever. Anyway, she gave me an impression of who she was in that chat room. Because one time, she told us she was pregnant, I think, or she told me or something. And at that time, she told me she was vegetarian. And all I said was, oh, make sure to let your doctor know because vegetarians need extra vitamins or whatever, because I know you don't, a lot of people, especially vegans, you don't get like a lot of the B vitamins and stuff. Because I already had my kids and I knew that I had to go through, you have to go through some stuff. That's all I said. It wasn't anything bad. I was just trying to, I was just being nice. I mean, I was just honestly caring, like I wanted her to be healthy and for the baby to be healthy. And that was it. And she got so mad at me and she called me judgmental and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right, well, we don't have to talk anymore if that's how you feel about me. I'm like, all right, no problem. So I kind of just ignored her. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way. I wasn't trying to be judgmental. I was just literally, I don't know if she knows. So many people don't know squat, okay? And I'm the kind of person, if you're talking to me and I know something, I'll let you know. That's just me, I know a lot of things. I also do know a lot of things. A lot of people actually come to me for advice constantly because I read a lot. I watch a lot of things. I listen to a lot. I'm never just quiet in my house. I always have to either be listening to the radio, listening to a podcast, watching a video, and it's always informational stuff. Even the diamond painting stuff that I watch, it's because well, that's more entertainment, but some stuff I want to know, to me, it's all informational. Anyway, so I left it at that. And then she eventually found me. Like, I left that chat room. I moved over to Facebook at the time. So like a couple of years later, I get a message. Now, it was different back then with Facebook. People could message you and you would see the message right away. Whereas now, if you message somebody and you're not friends with them, it goes into like a weird folder, and God forbid, God help you trying to find it on your phone, okay? I actually got to find this number here. 47 is 3828. You can't find it on your phone for some reason. You literally have to go on to your computer, and that's the only way you're going to be able to find, hold on, I got to find more, because it's not enough here, I don't think. You're going to find your, that's the only way you're going to be able to find those messages, Whereas back then, where are you? There you are. Back then, people could just message you and you would get the message right away. So they've made it a lot harder for people to message each other. I wish actually that feature was back so you can actually see the messages, because sometimes you actually want to message somebody, or you need to, that you're not really friends with. You shouldn't have to friend someone either, because sometimes you just want to, like on Marketplace, a couple times I've wanted to like message somebody about something, or not Marketplace, on our town webpage, our Facebook page, and even though you do message, good luck, they'll never see it. All right, so anyway, she found me. She sent me a message, and she friended me at the same time too. And she sent me a picture of her baby. She had just had a baby. Now, at the time that she told me she was pregnant, she actually wanted to lose that pregnancy, and I was really sad for her about that, I don't remember when I found out, because, we still stayed friendly in the chat room for a while. It just, I didn't have a great feeling, so I just kind of, was friendly to her, but I didn't confide in her in a lot of things, or I wouldn't anyway, because she just gave me that weird vibe, It was weird how she called off on me, because it wasn't warranted, okay? I wasn't being nasty in any way. It wasn't warranted. People tell me stuff all the time. It's like, all right, thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. I'll look into it, or I already know about it. Whatever, And anyway, so she found me on Facebook, sent me a picture of her baby. I was very, very happy for her. Baby was very, very cute. And, she friended me, and we stayed friendly on Facebook. We did stay friendly on Facebook. Now, I think she was still active. Oh, yeah, she was. She was still active in the chat room. She wanted me to go back. I said, no, I really don't want you anymore. It's like, I've kind of moved on, it's all good. But I just didn't want to put that much time and effort, because being in a chat room takes a lot of time, because you're sitting there chit-chatting with people, and then And it's fun, and it really is a lot of fun, but I really just didn't have the time anymore. At that time I was working. When I had been in the chat room, I wasn't working. And then I got the job and stuff, so I was like super busy, you know, and just, having things going on. So we got friendly. She would message me on Messenger, and she would like, tell me all kinds of things going on in her life, struggles that she was having, good things, whatever. She was just, she would message me a lot. Like there would be times I'd be like, oh my God, it's so much. But I was kind and I replied, and I, because I figured she was just really lonely in a lot of ways, and I didn't want to be that kind of person that kind of just ignores someone. But I always had something in the back of my mind, like, you have to be careful, because something just always seemed a little off. Like, I don't know, maybe just that one experience kind of like really jaded me to her because of just the way she reacted to something so small. Anyway, so we stayed friends on Facebook for 10 years. 10 years. She would message me, I would reply. She went through some really tough things that I am actually sorry for her. Really hard things that I felt really bad about, but she wouldn't tell me stuff right away. It would be funny. It would be like, I wouldn't hear from her for like 2, 3, 4 months. And all of a sudden I'd hear from her for 3 weeks straight, something like that. And she would like message me a lot and whatever. But I always had this like weird feeling like, just don't expose your like address or anything like that. Everything was just on Facebook. And on Facebook, even though I actually have a very small group of friends on Facebook, I only have like 150 people on Facebook at the most. I cut out a ton of people, but like most people don't know where I live. I mean, I have family and friends, but I don't post like the town I'm from or anything like that. She's part of the reason why, but I just was, you really shouldn't. Even here on YouTube especially, because that's way more out there, you have to be careful. You have to be careful because there are nutty people in this world. Anyway, so she was going off on one day about like she had issues with her spouse, okay? And she was saying, she really scared me one night because she was saying some really, really crazy things. And I was like really nervous for her. And then I stopped hearing from her for a few days. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? I literally looked up her name in the area she lived in. I had an idea where she lived in to see if like anything would come up like in news stories or anything like that. It was that bad, right? And unfortunately, I didn't know exactly where she lived, and I wasn't sure I wanted to get the police involved, but it was one of those cases where you're like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if it wasn't an actual thing, I think she would have felt betrayed. But it was a wild. It was really, really crazy, okay? In the meantime, I post a lot of stuff on my Facebook page, and at that time I was posting some stuff, and she would occasionally comment, and she was a really smart woman, okay? She was really smart. But her and I did not see eye to eye on some things, but we were always cordial with each other. We never like attacked each other, nothing like that. And, we were all, I mean, it wasn't like bad, like stuff gets bad now, but it really wasn't bad back then. Because this was, let's see. Shoot, this was almost 10 years ago now that this happened. Something like that. So I posted something. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you right now what I posted. And now in the meantime, I have been reaching out to her and she wasn't replying to me, which is unusual because usually if I reached out to her just to check on her, which I would do occasionally, she would reply to me, whenever she could. I mean, she had a few children by now at this point. And she would reply back to me, and it would be fine. But she wasn't replying back to me, and like I said, I was really nervous. So anyway, in the meantime, I had posted something, and she actually commented on my post. Now, before she commented on my post, she actually finally had reached back out to me within, this might have been the same day or the next day of this post, which I couldn't tell you what the hell I posted now, but this had something to do with it. And basically what she said on the message was, I saw your messages, but I didn't know what to say, so I just figured I wouldn't say anything until I was ready. Now, mind you, I'm literally telling her, hey, I'm really, really concerned. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about the situation. Please let me know that everything's okay, that you're okay, that everything's okay. Because when I tell you it was pretty bad, it was pretty bad, okay? And she didn't reply to me. She had seen the post, because back then, I don't think there was the option to see if people had seen your post. Like now, if you go into a post, people can see that, or not your post, your message. People know that you've read the message, or at least seen it. I think back then that wasn't there, so I didn't know she had even seen it. I didn't have her personal phone number or anything, which I wouldn't have wanted anyway, because like I said, I had this weird feeling the whole time, I had a weird feeling, which is unusual for me. I get bad feelings a lot, and usually they're right, gut feelings. But a lot of times they'll go away, because sometimes it's just a first impression, and, people change, things like that. But this just never went away. So she has said that she read my post, and basically she didn't have the respect to let me know she was okay. And in the meantime, she was always telling me what a nice person I was. She was love bombing me, I was such a good person, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I was there for her and listening to her, I was trying to be kind, and like I said, she went through some really hard things, as far as I know. I mean, I'll be honest with you. She did have a Facebook page, but she never, ever, ever posted anything about anything she went through, ever. So I did know her husband, because I wound up talking to him in the chat room. I did talk to him a couple times in the chat room, so and like I said, as far as I know, because this is all Facebook stuff, this is all internet stuff, you're never 100% sure who you're talking to, unless you connect with somebody, because I have some really good friends that I've met online. Very, very good friends, I only know them through online. I know they're real people. Anyway, like I said, I never had any confirmation of any of this stuff other than what she was saying to me. And of course, me being me, I felt for the person, I felt for her. And I just wanted her to know that, I cared, and I wasn't going to be, not listen to her, So I would take sometimes a couple of hours, going back and forth messaging or whatever. Which is fine. It was my choice to do that, Anyway, like I said, I made a post. And, I would make posts a lot. So this was nothing new. And somehow this really pissed her off. And she insulted my intelligence. She basically said I needed to be educated. I'm telling you right now, if you ever want to piss me off, just tell me I need to get educated. Because I'll tell you right now, right there is where I don't take any prisoners. I may not have a degree, and I don't. I have a high school diploma, and that's it. But I'm not uneducated. I am not stupid by any stretch. I'm actually very smart, as a matter of fact. So much so that even with my doctors, I've had to educate them about, certain things like MTHFR, which is a genetic mutation I have that a lot of them do not know about, that causes your body to not process certain things well, and other things, because I read a lot. I do a ton of research. I didn't have the opportunity to really get educated because of, a lot of it was my background. I mean, I could have gone to school, but I was not that kind of person. I actually tried going to school, but I didn't I didn't like it, and I like to learn things at my own pace. That's just the kind of person that I am. Am I, a doctorate level of anything? No. I know a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I know enough that I know more than a lot of people, because I do educate myself about a lot of things. But I can be wrong, and I'm wrong sometimes, and that's how it goes. But most of the time, I'm not, just so you know. Anyway, so she said that, and at that point, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. She had literally just told me that she didn't give a rat's ass how I was feeling about what was going on with her, enough so much so that she was concerned about what her response would be, and that she saw the message and she just didn't know what to say. And instead of just saying, hey, I'm okay, everything's okay, I will let you know what's going on, or just tell me that. I literally didn't even want to know, to be honest with you. I didn't want to know. Just tell me you're okay. That's all I needed to know. Literally, that's all I needed to know. You are okay. Your family is okay. That's it. That's all I needed to know. But she couldn't even give me that respect to let me know what the hell was going, to let me know that. Not even what was going on, but to let me know that. And then when she came at me the way she did, which was very rude, because her and I had talked about a lot of this stuff previously. Like, we could talk about things. We didn't necessarily agree, but we could talk about stuff we didn't agree. We talked very cordially about it. Hey, that's your opinion. I'm glad. But this is my opinion. This is how I feel, Talk about all kinds of different things. And she just hauled off. And I'm like, and that was it. That was it. It wasn't the fact that it was a political post. It was the fact that she insulted my intelligence and wasn't respectful of my caring about her enough to get back, to answer me back, to tell me that she was okay. At that point, I'm the kind of person, I put up with a ton of stuff, but I get to a certain point, once I'm done, I am done. And because of what she did, which really did freak me out, those messages that she sent me really, really freaked me out. I didn't want any part of that anymore. I didn't need that drama in my life. I had a lot of other stuff going on. This happened around the same time I think my daughter was getting married. So I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. A ton. Preparing for my daughter's wedding, dealing with the bridal shower. If you know anything about weddings and throwing big weddings, it is highly stressful. I had a lot of other stuff going on, and I just did not need this. I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want this added drama, added stress in life. It had nothing to do with me. I was just trying to be a friend, but I figured at that point, that's when I realized she's not my friend. A friend wouldn't do this. She literally is just using me as a sounding board to bitch about her life, whatever issues are going on, which is fine, because friends do that to each other. That's okay. But it was literally always about her. When I went back in, because I went back and read 10 years worth of messages, because I'm like, all right, I got to go back and check to see, like, what other clues are here that I'm missing, okay? I mean, I didn't read exactly 10 years, but I went back and just checked, here and there, and looked. And it was always, every single time, it was about whatever was going on in her life. Always. The couple times that I've reached out to her, like when my mother-in-law passed away and stuff, we did talk, but it was very brief, and it wasn't like, I mean, she felt badly about it, but I didn't feel like I had the same opportunity to, like, voice my emotions, whatever, because it always turned to her. It always turned to her and to her situation. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I am an idiot. This person clearly is a narcissist, truly a narcissist. For all I know, she's not even who she says she is, because like I said, even though there was a picture online, the picture in the entirety of 10 years never changed. It was always the same profile picture. I was not friends with her husband online. And I didn't want to do that because I just, like I said, I didn't need that drama, and there was a lot of drama. So I snapped, and I unfriended her at that point. I didn't even say a word because I'm like, at this point, she doesn't even deserve it. That may sound mean, but I couldn't. I was just so appalled. Because you have to understand, I was dealing with at least a week of worrying about this woman and not knowing what the hell was going on because of what she had said to me. You know, that not just her, but her and her family. And she just literally ignored me. And she came back and she's like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. Like I told you, she said she had seen the message, didn't know what to say, but everything was fine and everything was great. I'm like, you couldn't have just said that? I was like, what the hell? I said, well, I'm just glad you're okay, but I was just like, I was kind of stunned. I was glad everything was okay, but I was just like, what the hell? And then, like I said, that thing happened and I'm like, okay. No, this person does not give a rat's ass about me. No, and no. So, like I said, I unfriended her and I blocked her. Okay. She sent me a message from her husband's account. And it was all about, I can't believe that you blocked me over something like that. Over a post, and I'm like, that's not why I blocked you. I didn't say anything. I literally blocked him too. I said, I'm not going to answer this because I do not want to open that door anymore. She literally, she closed the door at that point because it was just too much drama, and I just didn't want it anymore. I really didn't, because of that incident where things really, really got bad. It just opened my eyes to like the situation. The situation was just fucked up, sorry about the swearing, but it really was. And I said, enough's enough. I'm not doing this anymore. Anyway, blocked her husband, and somehow, this woman found me on Pinterest. I know people message each other on Pinterest, and I've gotten a couple of messages on Pinterest, but I honestly completely forgot that you could message people on Pinterest. Somehow she found me on Pinterest. Don't ask me how, because I don't even know what my name is on Pinterest. It's not the name that I use on Facebook or anything else. At least I don't think it is. I don't even know. She found me on Pinterest and sent me a scathing message about how I was a liar and a manipulator, and how I was going to die alone, and that I should, fix myself because no one was going to want to be around me. And I'm like, oh my God, bitch, I never went looking for you. You're the one that came looking for me. I never bothered you. I never came at you with anything. And you're coming at me telling me I'm going to die alone. You know what? If I die alone, I die alone. I'm like, if anything, I'm sure it's her, because I have a feeling she does this to a lot of people. This is probably why she stayed with me, because she never really mentioned other friends. She never, I would occasionally mention my family, she very rarely mentioned family, very rarely mentioned friends, other than her husband and her kids. She very rarely mentioned anybody in her life. Other than there was somebody she lived with, I think, that was it was a weird situation. She would occasionally mention this one person, but that was it. It was like, it was just a strange, and I always felt it was odd, but I'm like, whatever, hey, to each their own. People have their own lives. But just the way she came at me, I'm like, oh my God, I've been right this whole time. She's a wackadoo. She's crazy. And that's part of the reason that I don't show my face a lot, because on the off chance that some weird way she gets into diamond painting and sees, my face on which I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know, on YouTube, you know, she'll probably start hassling me again. Now she'll probably, hopefully that'll never happen. Hopefully that'll never happen, because I don't wish her any ill. I don't wish her any ill. I just do not want this woman ever in my life again. I'm assuming she is who she said she was, but like I said, with the internet, you're never 100% sure who you're dealing with, unless you know, eventually meet the person, or you see them enough on Facebook or whatever. Because like I said, I have a few people that I know that are internet people that I've met on either through Facebook friends, or like at the chat room that I had, there was actually a few people on there. A couple of them have passed away, which is kind of sad, you know, over the years. But I know, let's see, I think I have maybe 3 that are still from that chat room. At least 1 for sure. Can't remember the others. 1 for sure passed away recently. He was a really nice guy too. I liked him a lot. He was an older guy, had like a lot of health issues, and it was just really sad when he passed away. So yeah. So I was really afraid that this woman was going to find me. I really was. She actually gave off vibes of being very unhinged, just because of how she came after me and like found me on Pinterest, and then instead of saying, hey, I'm sorry that I did what I did, but you know, I was going through a rough time or whatever, because I actually would love to go back and say, hey, the reason I stopped talking to you had nothing to do with that post, other than the fact that you insulted my intelligence. That really was the last straw. It really was because all the other stuff that you had said and done that really scared me. And then you never really even apologized. You just kind of like acted like you did nothing wrong and left me hanging. I'm like, what kind of freaking person does that, you know, to somebody you're supposed to be friendly with? Or friends? 10 years, guys, 10 years, okay? Now, did I ever consider her a friend? Okay, I did sort of consider her an internet friend, yes. But I always had that gut feeling in my gut that said, don't trust this person. This person is not 100% whatever. I don't know if it's stable, or just 100% who they say they are, or there's just more going on than you're being told. I always have that thing in the back of my mind, or back, like in my gut, I should say. I always have that feeling like, no, don't give it 100%, you know, don't trust this. Don't trust this. So I always had that weird feeling. But, you know, whenever, like, I mean, she was pregnant, I was very happy for her. I actually wanted to send her something for the pregnancy, for the baby, for the new baby. And she said that, no, her husband wouldn't allow her to accept any gifts for the baby. I'm like, what? Now, I can understand that, you know, if it's somebody you don't really know. But, you know, you guys know I crochet and make a lot of beautiful things. She knew me over the years, because unlike her, I actually did post my life. I did post a lot of stuff, you know. I posted my kids' stuff and things that I've done and trips, whatever. You know, I posted all that stuff. So I was like a real person, you know. And her husband knew me. So it makes me wonder if, you know, if she even actually was real. That sounds crazy, right? But you know, you never know. There are crazy stories. I just saw something on Netflix maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and it's called Sweet Bobby, okay? And it's about an internet love story. Guys, please go watch it. If you have Netflix, go watch this story. It is the craziest things I've ever seen. I've seen some crazy internet stuff. I really have, right? This is the craziest I've ever seen. So sometimes, and these people had a long-term, like, I would say 5-6 year relationship. Might have been longer. It might have been like 10 years. I don't know. And it was just a crazy story. So my point being, you never 100% know when you're dealing with internet people. And I something always said, don't trust this. This isn't normal. This is, something is off. Something is off. And I am so glad that I listened to my gut and didn't give her any like real personal information as far as like my address, my phone number, nothing like that. I mean, she knew the state I lived in. I mean, honestly, if she really wanted to find me, she could have, because she had my last name. She could have easily found me, you know. But, you know, I'm just glad that she wasn't a lunatic, like in that way. I think she had some serious issues, or maybe she was playing me the whole time. I don't know, but I can't imagine reaching out to someone other than romantically. People do this romantically, but reaching out to someone just to chit chat about your life and stuff. She never wanted any, there was never like any gift exchange of any kind, no money, nothing. It was just straight up time. And it being fake. Does that make sense? You know, I'm pretty sure, let's see, I'm 80%, 90% sure that she's a real person and she has real, and probably everything she was telling me was probably real. The only thing that I have reservations about is the mental health aspect of it. I really think there's a mental health issue, whatever it may be. Maybe she is a narcissist. I mean, there was issues with her husband supposedly and his mental health, but I'm beginning to wonder if she was the one with the issue and she was projecting that. I don't know. I never reached out to her husband about it, and nor would I. You know, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't reveal that kind of information. That's just not cool. But there was definitely something completely just not right. Now, do I wish her well? Yes. Do I hope she's having a good life? Yes. Do I hope that her family is good and healthy? Yes. Do I wish it was different? Yes, I do. I feel badly that I had to like completely cut her off, but I felt at that time, for my own safety and my own sanity, that I had to cut this person off. Now, did it hurt her? Like, because it seemed like she was really hurt. It might have. But at the time, I actually felt like I was in danger. Okay? That this person was not stable, and that this person could actually, if I'm not careful, could actually cause me harm because of the things that she had told me. Now, she didn't commit any crimes, nothing like that. It was nothing like that. Because if there was anything like that, I would have been the first one to call the police and be like, hey, you guys gotta go check this person out. No, it was nothing like that. But just things that were going on that she was telling me that just made me really worried for her, you know, and for her family. And, I mean, nothing with the kids. She was, as far as I could tell, she was a very, very, very good mom. But like I said, I only had very limited information because she never posted about anything, you know, so I could only go on what I could see. And when I did cut her off, I did feel badly about it. I really did. And I felt badly about it for a long time. I kind of still do in a way, because I am a friendly person and I don't like to like hurt people, you know, but I really did feel that she was going to cause me some serious problems if I wasn't careful. And I don't know what those problems could have been. Could she just have shown up at my door one day and been like a lunatic? I don't know. Would she have done that? I honestly don't know. Was she just going through something really, really hard and she was taking it out on me by the stuff that she said to me? Was she trying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I honestly don't know. All I know is that she really made me scared. She made me scared. And once I get to a point where I'm scared or where I'm like really angry, I will like shut things off. I have to. I mean, that's extremely rare, for that to happen, but it's happened a couple times in my life. So anyway, yeah, so I felt like she was stalking me because I felt like if she could find other ways to harass me, she probably would. She probably would be like, I'm actually surprised she didn't reach out to my family because she knew their names and stuff, like I said, because I had stuff on Facebook. And she did try to friend everyone, which was really funny. At one point, she tried to friend my entire family pretty much. And a lot of people are like, who's this chick? I'm like, oh, she's harmless, you know, it's fine. You can friend her if you want. But most of them did not. And eventually everyone kind of just, you know, removed her from their friends list. And especially after everything happened, I went through a couple of people and said, listen, just so you know, this person, you may want to remove them. I didn't give them any specifics, but I just said, you may want to remove them because something is not right, you know. And of course they did. So I really felt like she was kind of stalking me in a way. Now, what I did is I blocked everything. I blocked down my Facebook page. I blocked her off Pinterest. To be honest with you, with Pinterest, once you block somebody, you can never even unblock them. There's no way of even finding who you blocked. Pinterest is weird like that. With Facebook, there is. You can go unblock people. And I've blocked a couple of people in my life, but most people I don't. I will unfriend some people if, you know, for what various reasons. But even that's rare. And I really felt like she was a danger to me, you know. I mean, it wasn't like a huge amount of stalking, but it was kind of, what do they call it? Cyber bullying, cyber stalking, whatever. Especially by telling me, you know, how horrible of a person I was and that I was going to die alone and all this terrible stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. Oops, sorry. Just whacked the camera. I'm trying to get my, thing up here. I have my tower in front of me. And you know what? The crazy thing is, I can't believe that I spent 10 years listening or reading, I should say, and replying to these messages, you know. So now I'm very, very, very careful. Like if I friend you online, it's because I have a very good feeling about you. Or I feel like you're a real person. But if and that's rare. I don't do that, especially with YouTube, because YouTube you really don't really know. It's not like people who know people, you know. But it really taught me a big lesson. Like, listen to your gut. If your gut is telling you somebody's, especially 10 years of your gut going, you know, you really need to pay attention. This person's not, I don't even know what the word is. Are they not who they say they are? Or if there's just extra stuff going on that they're not telling you? Are they being deceptive in some way? There was some, I'm not sure if it was deception. I'm not sure if it was deception as much as, I don't even know what the word would be. I don't think it was deception. Maybe manipulation? Like, I think there was some manipulation there. Because she knew me over the years, different things that I had gone through as well. You know, so I really don't know. I don't know. I'm just actually grateful that she's no longer in my life. And it's a terrible thing to say, only because the amount of drama, even though it was just online, the amount of drama that she would drop in, because it would be a just drop in. It wasn't like constant. It was like like I told you, she would disappear for a few weeks or a couple of months, and all of a sudden she would drop in and it would be like a tsunami. It's just like crazy stuff, you know? And I'd be like, oh my God, like what the hell? You know, is your life never like quiet? You know, is your life never balanced? Like, really? I mean, it was just, I don't know. And like I said, I just felt bad, and I was listening to her, you know, tell me her problems, and I was just trying to help and tell her, you know, hey, you'll get through this, you know, some of it I had gone through myself, and it's going to be okay. you know, especially when kids are little, you know, things happen with kids and stuff. And I was just trying to be a good person. And I'll tell you, that bit me in the ass. And I have no problem being a good person, but I don't think I'll ever do that again, as far as devote that much time in a situation where my gut is telling me, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You can still be a good person and not have to be gullible, because that's my problem in a lot of ways. I've been gullible over, you know, in my life. You know, and that stems from like childhood and things like that, like really just never trusting myself. You know, I do trust myself now. I'm older, and, you know, I've been around the block a time or two. I do trust myself to a degree. I mean, you can be wrong. I've been wrong. First impressions sometimes are wrong. I've been wrong about people. Like, they gave me a weird feeling, and either they were having a bad day, or I was having a bad day, or the time things in their life just weren't right. So, you know, my first impression was right, but things had changed. That has happened. This never changed. That feeling that I had, it never, ever, ever changed. And I do, like I said, in a way I feel badly. I hope if she is a real person, and isn't that crazy to say that? Because this was 10 years. If she is a real person, which I think she is, I'm pretty sure, I wish her well. I wish her a very good and peaceful and lovely life. I wish her nothing but the best. For her, her kids, her family, her husband, you know, her parents, whoever. I wish them nothing but the best. But I don't want that in my life anymore at all. And I don't think I'll ever do that again. At least I hope I won't, you know. I have no problem being friendly with people, especially on here. People are super, super, super nice. You know, there's one person in particular I've connected with, and we become friends. I won't say her name or anything because, you know, she's a private person, but she's a sweetheart, and I can tell I had a good feeling with her from like the first couple times she commented on my posts, or on my videos. I don't know, with her, I just had a completely different feeling, you know, but my feelings have been wrong. Like my other friend that dumped me, last year. Oh, that one was another one. I already mentioned this to you guys before, because that one broke my heart, you know. But I think this one was a narcissist, and I think the other one from last year that, you know, was supposedly my friend. It was a one-sided relationship, but okay, you know. I think she was also a narcissist, but actually, maybe not a narcissist, but narcissistic. You know, there is a difference. There are some people who are truly narcissists, and there are some people who just have narcissistic tendencies without necessarily being 100% narcissists, you know. And like I said, this one person that I met on through YouTube, I have very good feelings. You know who you are, and I love you, okay? All right, I love you. We have a ton in common. That's part of the thing, is we actually have stuff in common, you know. And that's a part of it, you know. We just kind of like, we think alike, and that's good. That's good. You want to kind of think like certain people that you want to be friends with, and hopefully one day we'll actually physically meet, which will be really nice. I would love that. I would love that. I've actually met some people, some internet people. My friend on my Facebook page, she actually owns a business. She does direct sales and stuff. But anyway, she started a Outlander group years ago. This is another one I've known. Oh, shit, I've known her. How long have I known her? Corey, 10 years now, too? Right around 10 years? 11 years? Yeah, but it's different times, because when I met the other girl, it was like 2008. This one I met like 2014-ish or something like that. And she started Outlander, because that's how we met, was through an Outlander page. And so she started her own group and stuff, and a bunch of them were coming here to New England for something, I don't know what, and a bunch of us kind of like met, and we went to Boston for the day. It was really nice. Now, I've literally lost touch with pretty much every single one of those people because that group broke up because there was a ton of drama in that group. And I've lost touch with, I think, just about every single one of those people. But that happens, you know. There was no bad blood or anything on my part. You know, things just happened. You know, plus I took a couple years off of Facebook. And when I did that, when I went back on, because I deactivated my account, there was people missing. They were gone, you know, for whatever reason. They just deleted the inactive people on their page or whatever. And that was fine. That was fine. Because it wasn't like I was close to any of them. And when I went back on Facebook, I decided to really, really like trim down my people and stuff, because it's like, and even now, I mean, I have like, I don't know, 150 people on my Facebook page. I don't even think it's that many. And I always see the same people over and over. It's always the same people's stuff. If I want to see somebody's stuff, I literally have to go searching for it. You know, I don't think people are seeing my stuff. Hardly anybody comments. I mean, it could be the stuff I'm posting, but most of the time I'm just reposting memes or recipes, or, you know, every once in a while I'll post something personal, but most of the time I really don't even do that much, you know, unless something's going on, like, I don't know, a birthday or, you know, a party or whatever, you know, for whatever reason, vacation, anything. You know, I mean, most of the time it's just basic stuff. So, yeah, I lost a bunch of people there, but it's okay. They really weren't like friends, you know. And then some of them, I actually went looking for them because I missed them, because they had deleted me because they didn't know I wasn't gone. My account was just inactive, and they added me back on, and we're still friendly. Now, we actually had Messenger, but somehow, and I think actually some of it, I honestly think that Facebook did it itself. It deleted me from some people's accounts, which is fine. I really don't care. I know, you know, Facebook, it does whatever Facebook's gonna do, because Facebook is stupid sometimes. You know, all these social media things can be so obnoxious. Some of the rules and stuff that they have is just ridiculous. You know, some of the updates that they do, some of the things they do, I'm like, why would they change that? Like, I'm used to doing something a certain way. If, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And there's a lot of wisdom in that. Like, why? They just want to keep you on your toes, you know? So, that's my story of how I was stalked. And I actually did feel like she was stalking me. Because who the hell goes on Pinterest and sends a nastygram to anybody? You know? I don't people are crazy. That's what I say. When people are crazy, they're cuckoo-cuckoo, and some people really are cuckoo-cuckoo. All right, so we're almost an hour here. I talked too long. I actually just made soup with some leftover stuff that I had. I threw everything in a pot. I hope it tastes good. Smells good. I'm gonna go have my dinner. Howie quieted down. I just noticed that. See, he's a good boy. When he wants to be, he's a good boy. He really wanted a snack. He's got me wrapped. That's what he wanted. He wanted a snack. So yeah, I will, I'm not sure about how many videos I'm going to be posting, because with the party and with Christmas coming up, it's going to, everything's going to be a little bit scattered. Okay. So, if you're going to see, like, I have a couple of Temu ones coming up, because I'm going to post this one tonight. I have a couple of Temu ones coming up. I have a couple of PR packages coming up. I am going to be doing some more 3-minute designs, because I just got some in, and some more what do you call it, Diamond Art Club. Also, somebody mentioned today about doing a stash video. Honestly, I don't even know how I would do that, but it's a good idea. It's a great idea, actually. But boy, that's going to be some work for me, because I would have to do it in my garage, because most of my diamond paintings are actually in my garage on a big shelf that I have. So I may have to do it, but I don't know if I'd be able to do it anytime soon, because it's cold down there. Maybe in the spring or summer. But honestly, I'm almost afraid to do it, because even though my husband sees it, I don't know, like, it's not like he even says anything to me, because he really doesn't. But I'm like, oh my God, I have so much stuff. Like, what the hell, you know? But I think I am going to destash some stuff, some of the older stuff that I have. I think I may look through it and start destashing, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to look and see what the hell I have. All right, you guys. I'm almost done. See, I'm almost done. I got this little section here, and I got this little section here. And I will be posting this, not tomorrow, I don't think, because I don't have the cardboard to mount it. But one day this week, you guys are going to see this, because I definitely need to hang it up before the party on the 14th. So, I hope you have a great day wherever you are. You guys are awesome. You really are the best. I love you all. Have a great day. Have a great night. Stay warm because it's freezing out there and it's rainy and gross. Take good care of yourselves. Blessings and thank you.